October London, what's happening, man?
What's happening, man? Good to be here.
Glad to have you in studio at our Black Star Network studios.
Yes. It's a pleasure to be here, man.
Indeed. So, everybody loves to start with where you are now. Mm-hmm. But that's not the journey. How did you get here to this point?
It's a long story, but to shorten it up, I mean, I've been doing music for 20 years. I think this year actually marks, or last year was the 20th year anniversary that I've been really pounding the pavement, but, grew up in South Bend, Indiana, home of Notre Dame, the whole thing. A lot of people ask, like, what do y'all have there, just corn? I'm like, no. University of Notre Dame, Skylar Diggins came out of South Bend as well, great WNBA player. But yeah, I mean, I started from just ground roots, My dad played guitar. But I never got to see that. I wasn't around yet. But yeah, it just all started from South Bend. Just traveling, trying to find my way, doing shows in little bars and stuff like that. So yeah.
I mean, was it like a lot of people starting in church, or was it just? And were you? In your developmental years, was music always around you?
Yeah.
Were your folks playing music, stuff like that?
Absolutely. They'd have parties down in the basement. Even when at my aunt and uncle's house, they'd be everybody would gather around piano, play, and just sing. So I was always listening to music. Always listening to Marvin Gaye in the backseat, listening to the Isley Brothers and Frankie Beverly and Mays. Obviously, rest in peace, Frankie Beverly. Mm-hmm. I got to meet him before he passed. So
see, the thing that what you just said right there about sitting in the back seat and listening. My wife and I raised 6 of my nieces. Mm-hmm. And I would tell them, they get mad at me because I play my music loud. And Uncle Bro, turn it down. And I'm like, no, take your earbuds out.
Yeah.
And I think I just believe that the problem today is that we're so individualized that a next generation is not listening to the music that we listen to.
Right.
That also helps to form those musical tastes. So if I'm playing music, I'll go from so many different genres. And folks are like, dude, you listen to all of that? Because I listen to Teddy Pendergrass, the OJs, Marvin Gaye, the Temptations, Bobby Blue Bland, B.B. King, music that my parents listened to, and I had the benefit of that as well. I think that is just so important, and if it doesn't happen, I mean, to me, that's a problem if you're growing up and you're not exposed to that.
Absolutely. I always expose my son. My son is 8, and I listen to everything. And and I'm a multi-genre artist, so he's like, oh, what do you listen to here? Who's this? Now he can pinpoint, like, all right, who is this? Now you can say, oh, that's Sade. Good. Who is this? It sounds like Marvin Gaye. It's exactly what it is. And then going to his new age artists, he's an EDM fan, like DJ Marshmello, all that kind of stuff, but just showing them where all this music came from first.
Right,
because Foundation. You can't build a house without a foundation. And that's just what it is. Now he's listening to everything, and his palette is opened up to so many genres. So,
Yep. I mean, that was. I had a brother. He worked here, and I played a video from George Lopez golf tournament of Smokey Robinson.
Okay.
He had no idea. And I went off. I was like, whoa. When you say you never heard of Smokey Robinson,
wow,
are you out of your mind?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You ain't never heard of Smokey Robinson. We were somewhere else, and I ain't gonna say no names. Anthony, who didn't know who Jeffrey Osborne was.
Wow.
He almost got stabbed. And I'm like, dog.
Like, come on, you got to know this.
Right, and that's just my thing. And so whenever I'm talking with millennials or Gen Z, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna need y'all to learn who folks are. So when you hear it, you understand that music. It absolutely drives me crazy.
Right.
Folks are like, oh man, that's how you old school do. I'm like, no. It's like as Uncle Charlie says, you can be old school and new school.
Yeah, that's right. And even when this album, my first album came out, Rebirth of Marvin, talking to a lot of people and certain people being like, well, who's Marvin? Who's this Marvin? The rebirth of himself? Is he Marvin? Like, I was like, well, you're joking, right?
No,
Like you don't really know, even in the comments, like on Instagram, like who's this Marvin dude? I'm like, I go to their page, like, how old are you?
Right,
like,
right.
Are you serious? It's Marvin Gaye, and then his catalog started seeing more people go to his, you know, that energy and that attention towards his. So I was happy about that. So, you know, and now I have a great relationship with the Marvin estate and all that kind of stuff. So.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Because as you know, I love music. I played in the band when I was in elementary school, in junior high school, one semester in high school, which that's all of my dad. He pulled me out of the band. He was like, no, he said, you ain't here for that.
Yeah.
He said, y'all practicing too late.
Yeah.
I was like it literally went from a conversation about practicing late to he'll turn his uniform in the morning. I'm like, yo, what the hell just happened? I'm like, how we get to this point?
Right.
But he was like, yeah, he ain't here for that. He's like, you here for school of communications, you ain't here for this.
Right.
Like, you know I can do both. I mean, I can kind of do both.
That's right.
But that, I mean, so just, you know, when you talk about the foundation, Jeffrey Osborne said something. He talked about the strings and the use of orchestra. And he said how so many artists today are not utilizing those, you know, those different techniques and how that made such a difference in the sound of music. And I'll be listening to a lot of songs and I'm hearing the orchestra and seeing the role that it played.
Absolutely.
So when you're listening to music, how do you listen?
I listen to it kind of just like how you're doing it. Like I take certain sounds out. I don't know how I don't know how to do it, but I'm not only listening to the track, I'm listening to the artist, and then after I listen to that, and I put on my headphones, and I can hear, like you said, the strings, and this hi-hat, and then I mix and master and engineer my own work. So then I'm also like listening to, oh, that hi-hat sounds a little hot. That hi-hat sounds a little this. He could have had a little bit more bass in that. So I just analyze everything, and I'm taking it apart in front of my own eyes, like just taking apart everything, and the artist, and then his harmonies and everything. So. You know, because I don't even listen to my own self a lot because then I'll just analyze and analyze and analyze. I like to do it for, you know, other artists. That way I'm having fun with it.
So I was driving. And I'm always listening to music, and I was on. I had a Periscope or something going.
Yeah.
And I started breaking down the song. It was "I'm a Fool." So you had the CeeLo version, you had Alice Smith version, and what was crazy is that if you listen to the CeeLo version. The snare drum is a light tap. Listen to Alice Smith's version, it's
heavy.
It's heavy. Completely changes the song. Now, granted, he's a man, she's a woman, and how they're singing. But listen to that. So I'm in the car driving. I'm like, okay, I need y'all to listen to this here. I said, y'all, listen to the difference. And folks were like, dang, I ain't never noticed. But it literally changes both songs just how the drummer is playing.
Really?
And they thought I was like
tripping.
No, I said, no, I'm telling y'all. I'm like, listen to this.
Wow.
And they was like, why are you doing? I said, because it jumped out at me.
Wow.
Like her song, it totally just completely changes the song, how the drummer is playing that snare drum on that down.
Really? I didn't notice that. Now I got to go back. See, I got to analyze that song now too. But
or like Luther's "For You to Love."
Okay.
The finger snap.
Okay.
So again, I was on Instagram one night. I'm playing it, and I was I think it was during COVID, and I was like, all right, y'all. I said, I'm gonna tell y'all what changes this whole song: the finger snap. So then, what's crazy is Lisa Fisher loves me to death. She's on the Instagram Live, and so here I am. Talking about this song and how the finger snap totally changes the song, and she's on Instagram commenting on how they recorded the song.
That's amazing,
dude. It was amazing. And again, it's just one of those things. How just the finger snap, that one thing added, totally changes the song and how it's used. And so she began to talk about how Luther arranged music and how things like that. How he's heard and saw things like that. And so she starts talking about how in other songs, this little one thing right here, this little one thing right here, how he would sort of add those elements that would change the style of a song.
And that's what's crazy too is, you know, a lot of these artists are sampling artists, you know, like Luther and all that. And so many people don't even know, like, I've been listening to the original for years.
Right.
So hearing somebody else do it, but then you get in the studio and they don't even know the song themselves like that. They just know the producer made it or remade this track, and they're like, oh, it's an original track. Like, no, it's not.
Nah.
It kills me how many artists I'm in studio with that they don't even know. They don't know that, look, this is the body of work that made all this happen.
Right.
So, and then you mentioned Instagram Live. I love Live because I can make tracks right there on Live. I always play, exclusive tracks all the time. So, it's good.
Hey y'all, welcome to The Other Side of Change, only on the Black Star Network and hosted by myself, Bria Baker, and my good sis, Jamira Burley. We are just two millennial women tackling everything at the intersection of politics, gender, and pop culture.
And we don't just settle for commentary. This is about solution-driven dialogue to get us to the world as it could be and not just as it is.
Watch us on the Black Star Network, so tune in to The Other Side of Change.
Well, see, I think that's also the difference between being a student of the craft.
Exactly.
As opposed to
studying.
Just, all right, I'm just an artist.
Yep,
No,
studying.
Right.
Yep, that's right. And a lot of labels, they don't even let you do that. They just want you to do what they want you to do. And that's why I'm just so happy to be on Death Row as well.
So let me tell you about that. So I was literally parked across the street. I'm driving in, and so I'm listening to music, and I'm live. And so if folks, I was like, oh my God, dangerous. I was like, y'all, it's no different when you're talking on the phone. I'm like, I'm not looking at the doggone phone, but I'm playing music and I'm talking while I'm driving. So one day I'm talking, and I said, I start breaking down what I call oh shit music. And I lay out, I said, oh shit music. I said, when that song, I said, you feel that song.
Absolutely.
And I said, it hits you in a certain way and makes you go, oh shit. So Snoop jumps on.
Oh shit.
He jumps on,
Yeah.
and he's like, that's what I'm trying to do with Def Jam. So I bring him in. So he starts talking about that's what he wanted to do with with Death Row. And folks were like, you trying to make all shit music with Death? They're thinking rap.
Yeah.
So 18 months later, I think Melba Moore posted a video on Instagram of you in the studio.
Okay.
There was a video coming soon. And I'm listening to it, and I said, that's what Snoop was talking about. And then the rebirth of Marvin dropped.
Yep, that's right. Yeah.
And I totally, but it was hilarious because he said, I want to make that type of music that hits you and makes you feel it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what he had in mind since we met. We met in 2016. And he was always just, and I'm meeting him, I'm like, okay, we're gonna listen to rap music all the time. That dude listens to more old school R&B than me probably, and I listen to a lot of it. So, getting this major artist like Snoop to be like, yeah, you're gonna be the flagship of Death Row Records is crazy. Because I'm like, okay. When he got the call, I was in the room. He was sealing the deal. It's done. And I was like, man, congratulations. I got me a drink. He rolled up, and we were sitting there talking. And I was like, oh man, I can't imagine how many rappers you're gonna have on this label. What's gonna be? He was like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, that's Death Row, Tupac, Suge, the whole look. And he's just like, no, you're gonna be the flagship for it. You're gonna do it first. And I'm like,
you try. Well, hold up.
I'm R&B. Like,
right.
This Death Row's not R&B. He said it is now. He was like, I'll get rappers later. Don't worry about that, but I want you to take over. I'm like, I was nervous. I was like, there's no way this is gonna work. People are, and of course you get a little backlash from, on the comment section, when he's posting about it. It's just like, he's R&B, that's not Death Row. And we had to slowly kind of get people acclimated to it.
Oh, that was, I get it. Because again, when I started, I was going,
yeah.
That's Death Row? And I was going, really?
Yeah, love the music, but shouldn't this be somewhere else?
Right.
And we've, we had so many conversations with labels, and they weren't feeling it. That was the crazy part. That's what's dope about Snoop. He let me sit in these conversations when usually an exec is like, oh, okay, go do something here, whatever. Get out of the room. Let us big boys talk. He was like, no, just sit there in the corner and listen to this. Mm-hmm. I'm not even gonna let them know that this is you that we're talking about. You could be an intern. I'm just sitting there listening. Wow. And the way they would talk about me, like some of them were good, some of them would dog me out, and it was just social media. He doesn't have a lot of social media presence. Well, we're working on that, but did you hear the music? Yeah, the music's great, but we want a TikTok star. We want this person. Like, he's just like, no. Then they would leave, and he's like, see, that's why you just need to be on death row. This right here, because otherwise you're going to get either shelved or you're not going to be happy. And with death row, I get creative control. I get to be me. And like I said, I'm a multi-genre artist. He's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I want to do pop this week. Cool.
So in those conversations, those were record label conversations.
Yeah.
In terms of where to place you with. And so you're sitting there and hearing all this sort of stuff and getting a clear understanding of really what the problem is with music today.
Absolutely. And why artists are so unhappy, why they're so depressed, why they get strung out on drugs or whatever it is. They're not happy at all. They pretend to be happy, but they're not happy. If I say I'm happy, I'm happy. And if I'm not, I can always call Snoop. Hey, man, got a feeling about something. All right, cool. What's up? I'll talk to him 3 o'clock in the morning, Eastern, for him. It's midnight there. But our best conversations have always been late night between 12 and 6 in the morning. That's when me and him link up, and he'll call, and we'll just talk about videos and just music and the state of music and artists. And just to have that and not have some robot telling me what to do all the time, that's the best part about that.
Well, it was interesting when you talk about these labels in terms of what you just said. It's not about the music. It's not.
No.
When you look at the documentaries of Motown, when you look at Barry's Ear and Smokey and all that sort of stuff like that, it was about the music.
Absolutely.
When you think about Jerry Wexler and Ahmed and Atlantic with Ray Charles and Aretha Franklin, it was the music. And that's what I just think today it's can you give me one hit and we're just gonna hop to the next person.
That's it.
Opposed to no, the music.
Yeah, and then they'll give you a label advance, and then you never pay it back, or it's interest on it, and it's a trap. It really is a trap for an artist. But they don't care about the music anymore. It's about, oh, you got 1 million followers, you got 1 million followers on TikTok, and you got 1 million followers on Instagram. You could be an artist. Cool, we'll make you an artist. Huh? The person's not even into music. Like, no. Yeah, we heard you kind of humming along. We can work with that. Meanwhile, I'm in the studio for hours on end, mixing, mastering, engineering, producing all of my music, and Snoop was like, oh no, I'm not gonna let you go. No, absolutely not. And I'm cranking them out. Rebirth of Marvin, the first album was done in a week.
A week?
I cranked out that whole album in a week. Mix, master, everything, done.
Dude, I've read some books, and some artists worked on albums for 8, 9 months,
Absolutely.
a year, 2 years.
Yep. I remember, I think I heard like Bruno Mars, whichever, it might have been 24 Karat. I think that was done like over a 2-year time or something like that. They kept changing it or something like that. But yeah, a week. I crank out stuff every week. Before we started tour, I cranked out maybe four more EPs and an album, just so I can just have it sitting and be done. But yeah, I've got a plethora of just music.
So when I first heard. I didn't hear the Rebirth of Marvin. I read a story, and I can't forget where, about you and the Rebirth of Marvin. And then I was like, okay. Then I go listen to it. And then, like I always do, I want to listen to more than just that. So I'm sitting here going through, and then in some of these, you can't, I hit you like, yo, I downloaded it, now I can't listen to it. But again, so the EP Alone in a Room, then Crypto Winter, then the R&B Masterclass, and then there's a country song I can't listen to. You still gotta send me that. So
Yes, I do. Yep.
It was off of an album with another artist. Still Waters called Florida Life.
Oh yeah.
So I'm literally going through all these out, and I'm sitting here and I'm going, okay, Florida Life, that's a country song. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I love the sound of it. Mm-hmm. Then when I hop over here, and I'm like, this is a techno. Then this is pop, and I'm like, okay, we over here rapping here, and I'm sitting there going, and so what jumped out at me was, and I said, I got to ask him, was it you trying to find your voice, or was it you saying, I want to be able to express myself through all of this and not be defined by a genre?
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Well, I was not trying to find myself at this. I'm making all these because I've already found myself. I already know what I am. That's why I always stick to that multi-genre, lane, that tagline, because I just like bouncing around. I'll get bored quick, and be like, all right, I've done Rebirth of Marvin. Okay, I need to do something else. I'm gonna make a country album. Oh,
because if you do that, Rebirth of Marvin, the natural tendency for so many people is, all right, who's next? Otis Redding?
Yeah.
Who's next? Smokey Robinson, The Miracles? Who's next? And I think when Solo did their album, and they had some old school doo-wop on there, they also had A Change Is Gonna Come. It was hard for them on that second album because people were so enraptured by that first one that they were like, yo, we want to do some other stuff as opposed to some old school songs.
Yeah. I just enjoy being me. And like I keep saying, being on a label where I can be me, it's really refreshing, because I would be stuck. I'd be stuck in a really bad position if that's, under any other label. So I just like creating music from what I feel. I may wake up and want to do a reggaeton album, but knowing that I can do it,
right,
and I can put it out, and not just be like, all right, I did it, I got it out of my system, time to get back to work, do another Rebirth of Marvin, do something else. Like, no, I actually can make something and put it out, like me and Still Waters. And Still Waters and Trip Cambridge are the same person. You know what I'm saying? He just has his alter ego. Like, I got my alter ego. My country alter ego is Sam Nash. So, and I do that in a way so that way, if I do a show,
right,
and it's like, you come see October London, you're not going to get Sam Nash. Because
right,
then you don't know, it might be just all R&B fans, and they're like, I don't want to hear this country.
Right.
So then I'm like, all right, if I want to do Sam Nash, which we're going to start touring, I think, this year, then it's Sam Nash, in Nashville, Sam Nash in Alabama. You're not going to get any, Rebirth of Marvin, although I'm thinking about making a country version of Back to Your Place. Thinking about doing that, which would be crazy.
See, well, as you're describing that, I think Kirk Whalum is not my number one favorite artist. Amazing saxophonist. Played with Luther, played with Whitney. I mean, he's played with different people. So he did an album called In This Life. It was ode to his roots in Tennessee, gospel roots, bluegrass. So you listen to this album, you think it's country. And it was his worst-selling album with that label. And his fans were upset. They're like, dog, what is this? What's up with this country album you're doing? But it's an amazing album. I mean, it's just amazing album. And I knew it. I knew when I talked to Kurt, I knew folk were not gonna like it. And he said, man, fans just hated it. He said, but out of all of them, it's my favorite one. And typically, when I interview an artist, typically their favorite is always the least favorite of the fans. But they couldn't just embrace that he had smooth jazz on it. But you also had this amazing country sound of men and women on as well. Deeply emotional album. And it has to be difficult as an artist for you wanting to express multiple facets of you and the audience not just listen to it and give it a shot.
Right. Yeah, even when I was in Nashville doing tour for, October London, obviously, there were people in Nashville that were mad I didn't do Sam Nash. And I'm like, well, I can't. I can, but I don't want to risk it. There's 90% October London fans and 10%, I can't do it. I don't want to risk it. So that's why you just separate your fan base and say, all right, cool. Now you know if you come see Sam Nash, you're coming to hear country music.
Right.
you know. And if you come see October London, then and then I have my EDM, you know, alter ego and all that. So you're getting these people without getting mad. That's why from the beginning I'm like, just to let everybody know I'm a multi-genre artist, and then going on Instagram and doing a live and being like, okay, let me play you these R&B records. Now you want me to play some new stuff? Okay, this is country, bam. And then you'll see maybe 20 people leave the chat.
Right.
Cool. Fine by me.
Oh, these people, they trip out. So when I'm playing country music on my live, man, what the hell is this? And I'm going, country music, you know, black people created that too. And I'm sitting there going, like, what are you talking about? I mean, the reality is, I'm like, if you actually study music, I said, what's born out of the Mississippi Delta? I said, and then it's like right now, and I saw Snoop sign Tonio Armani. With the Southern Soul sound.
Yeah.
Okay, so perfect example. Now all of a sudden, folks are going crazy about Boots on the Ground and about 803 Fresh and Tonio's Help Me Find My Draws and all different sounds. And so I'm going back and forth online, and it was a trip because people like rolling. No, they say this is country. I'm like, no, it's not. And I'm like, Southern Soul is not blues. It's not soul. It's not R&B.
No, it's not bluegrass.
It's not country. It's not bluegrass.
Right.
I said, now, when you hear it, it has elements of all of it.
Absolutely.
And what was crazy, I was playing in Hootie and the Blowfish's Money After the Masters tournament. And it's mostly white folks. We're in South Carolina. I put on King George. All these white folks knew.
Wow.
Dude, I'm playing all this Southern Soul music, and they're like, I need that playlist. Oh my God, I haven't heard that one. And I'm like, that's what you don't understand. These are white folks who listen to country music, but they hear that because it's also trail ride. And I'm always trying to get black people to understand that, yo, brothers in LA and Houston are different than other parts of the country. But you gotta realize, rural blacks, that's a whole different deal. You go to Louisiana, they listen to Zydeco in rural Louisiana. It's second line in New Orleans. Not the same.
See, you're putting me on. You're putting me on to stuff. I love that.
It's so, and it's just like, and now because with King George blowing up, now all these other cats are now doing the Southern Soul. That's where all these line dances are coming from. So now you got young folks with, you know, where the fans at, that's 803 Fresh, because King George, when he dropped, it opened up folks' palate and accepted, and his Keep On Rolling, his Friday Night, gave these new cats opportunity. So now all of a sudden, you're now seeing all these young cats doing Southern Soul.
That's why I'm like, where the fans at come from? Out of nowhere, I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, it was, and in fact, I saw an interview with him, and I got it. He hated the song.
Really?
And what's crazy was he gave an interview where he said he went to his first trail ride, and they had fans out, and then he went to another one, and he was talking to this dude. He's like, yo, man, where the fans at? That became the main hook to that song.
Insane. I had no idea.
And all of a sudden, like, I hit, and then, of course, me, always thinking business, I hit him on DM. I said, bruh, are you selling your own fans?
Oh.
I said, your song is blowing up. Sell your own fans.
Sell your own fans.
Don't have other folk making millions, because everybody and mama are buying now the clap or clack fans. It's everywhere now.
That was smart. That was very, very smart.
He was like, bro, appreciate that. I said,
right?
Just like Uncle Charlie was selling his hats, back of the room sales. I said, bro, sell your own fans. I said, don't sit here and just let other folk profit off of your song. I said, now sell all around that song. He was like, good looking out.
That's smart. That's smart marketing, though.
But that's literally how that developed. So now all of a sudden, you now got R&B stations playing a song. I was in Houston when I heard Kenny Wayne's Ride Like a Cowboy, because it was Zydeco, which Zydeco has a country element. I said country element because it's got the xylophone, it's got the washboard. That's rural. I heard that on Magic 102 R&B station.
Jeez. It's just moving fast, too.
Yes. And then what's crazy, because now it's all these not even line dances, it's forcing the clubs to move them damn sections out.
Oh.
And bring the dance floor back.
dance floor back, yeah. Because everybody else are just sitting around and doing all that. Now it's like, oh, we want this. Somebody asked me when I was doing my country, they were like, you need to have a line dance.
Bruh.
You got to.
It's huge.
It's huge right now.
It is, now it's line dance classes, and boom, what happened? Where the fans at? Boots on the ground? On Good Morning America. Dudes teaching the line dance on Good Morning America.
Oh, it's out of here.
That's how, and so, but I'm like, I was on trying to explain to people, I'm like, yo, that's actually Southern soul.
Southern
that's
soul.
a whole, I got roped in one, this during COVID, bro. Because I've listened to other Southern soul. Because when you go back to Mel Waiters, Hole in the Wall, Marvin Cease, that's all Southern soul. It's not blues, it's Southern soul. Man, one night, why did I type in Google the top 100 Southern soul songs?
Oh.
Dog, I was there for 5 hours.
Just like,
listening to this song. That was this one song by a sister. I could not find the recording anywhere. But I found her singing it live on YouTube.
But none of the recording?
I could not, dude. I went to Apple. I went to Amazon. I went everywhere. And again, I heard the song. I was like, yo, I like that song. But it's just, again. So for me, it's going back to my roots in Houston, family, get-togethers or whatever. And again, folk don't realize Houston has the largest rodeo in the world.
Yes. And
so folk didn't realize. So all of a sudden, when Beyonce drops Cowboy Carter, I'm like, y'all, we been there. Folks asking me, oh, you went to cowboy hat because of Beyonce? I was like, baby, I can show you photos of me wearing cowboy hat when I was 4.
A long time ago.
Right, long time ago.
Long time ago. This ain't new.
But not understanding. So that's what's so crazy about music. It's the genres and then the sub-genres and the sub-genre.
Yeah. People are saying I need to go do the rodeo in Houston.
Oh, bro.
That'd be probably crazy.
It's the largest in the world. It's over 3 weeks.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know about it until I went down. My sister lived there.
70,000 in NRG Stadium.
Ooh.
This year, so Bun B curates a night, and I've been so mad because I had events the last 2 years. He's invited me and I couldn't go.
Yeah.
This year he had Yolanda Adams. So he curates the we call it the Black Night. That's what it was always the Black Night. Like when is a black artist perform? We like that's the Black Night. It was black folks everywhere with the cowboy hats and the boots and the horses and everything. Dude, ever since I was a kid. That goes back to the moment I was born.
I have to go.
Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
I have to go.
It's crazy.
My sister lives in Houston. She's been
really?
telling me, oh yeah, and she's like, you gotta go and you gotta perform there.
It's insane.
Jeez.
It's insane.
Yeah,
so Bun B does a whole, matter of fact, let's see what we're going to do this here. Since it came up. Let's see what he thinks about this here. Let's just call him.
Let's just call him.
Let's just call him.
Just give him a ring.
Just give him a ring. Since you said your sister lived there. But bruh, it is insane. Bun B.
Good morning, my brother.
So I'm sitting there doing an interview with October London, and we end up talking about music, and he said, man, my sister's in Houston. I've got to go to this rodeo, and I got to perform at this rodeo. And so I was telling him about what you've been doing, how you've been the last couple of years. So let me pass the phone. And I said, well, let's just call Bun. Let me pass the phone to October London.
What up, big dog?
How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm good.
Proceed you.
Man, thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. Good to talk to you, man.
Likewise.
Absolutely. I got to come out there.
You got to come and see us. Brother.
Absolutely.
Come and see us before the rodeo, though. Come and sit and talk to me, because the rodeo operates very different. I don't have carte blanche, so everything has to kind of be programmed a certain way. I can't just say this person performs. I have to kind of run everything through the board of directors at the rodeo. So it's a whole different thing. But that being said, I would love for you to come down to the city, come and get you some Trill burgers. Let's start the relationship. I can only imagine that next year you'll be in a different stratosphere.
No, it's all good.
No, tell us about Sam Nash.
Oh, yeah, and I do Sam Nash. You know, my alter ego is Sam Nash.
His country ego bun is Sam Nash.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, so I do it all. But I'm in Houston during tour. I'm on tour right now, so I'm in Houston. I got to check what the date is on that, but I'm in Houston coming up.
Absolutely.
So.
Roland, could you connect us?
I'll connect y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, I got you.
All right, bud.
Man, it's a pleasure. Thank you, Roland.
All right, brother, appreciate it.
All right.
Peace. See, it's that simple.
It's just that simple, man. Just that simple. Just be like, you know what? Let's just give him a call.
I mean, since we here.
Yeah, I know. I do that sometimes, you know, like, hey, you know what? I need something. Let me call Charlie Wilson real quick. Let me
There
get
you
him
go.
up, you know?
Except Charlie's problem is he changed his number because he keep losing his phone.
Dude.
I got 6 phone numbers for Uncle Charlie. And so I just stopped keeping up. So I just call his wife's phone.
Bingo.
Or I call Michael.
You have to, because he don't know what he's doing on that phone.
He literally loses his phone and he thinks I got to get me a whole new number.
Man.
I'm like, no, Charlie, you know if you lose a phone, you can keep the same
You
number.
keep the same number. You don't have to keep changing it
I
up.
got more numbers than that's how Aretha Franklin was.
Really?
Dog. I'm like, Aretha, I got 5 numbers for you. She hit me one time, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, who the hell's calling me from 248 at 1 o'clock in the morning? And I got to get up at 4 because I was doing my morning show. And I answer, Roland, Aretha, oh, you would kill them tonight on TV. And my wife was like, who is calling? I was like, that's your sorority sister, the queen. And I'm like, so I can't tell the queen, look, I'm sleepy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm up.
So I had to sit here and talk for the next 20 minutes.
You got to.
But I was like, what the hell? She always had a new damn number.
Wow.
If I show you right, you're going to see 5 phone numbers.
5 different phone. Yep.
That's how crazy it is.
Yep. Snoop is the same way. It's several people that are like, what number am I calling, man?
Right.
What number am I
I'm
calling?
like, bro, just keep one number.
Yeah.
Keep make it the bat phone and
Exactly.
change the other one.
Exactly.
Because
Just
I
have
ain't
a
trying to
back
sit in and be sending you DMs like, yo, what's up? I
Yeah,
can't reach you.
and then I gotta wait, and you're not on social media, so I'm like, oh yeah. But Charlie's like that, you know, and Charlie's such a good dude. He told me, he was like, man, don't let nobody outdo you. You go out there and kill them every time, every single time. And that's what I do every time. He's like, don't let nobody outdo you. If you think they're going to, do more. That dude is just, but he's so great. He's so great.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. And right now we're accepting investors in our $17 million round to revolutionize the future of social media. Today, for just $399, you can own 60 shares of stock in Fanbase at $665 a share. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. While the big platforms have grown too massive and disconnected from their users, Fanbase is building a platform where creators and users truly come first. We've already raised $4.8 million from everyday investors who believe in this vision, and now you can join them. This is your chance to invest in a social media tech company with over 1 million users that is disrupting media by allowing anyone to reach all of their following and monetize their content from day one. The market is changing, big platforms are failing to serve their users, and Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now. Invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the future of social media.
Well, what I love, and like he said, old school, new school. He said, take your pick. I got old school hits, I got new school hits.
Yep.
Got all of that. But one of the things I was talking to somebody about Uncle Charlie is that what bothers him is the crossover. That he should be bigger. Should be, because what he's accomplished. Do you think about that or worry about that? Worry about, you know what, I really hope a white audience embraces me versus I'm just gonna do me. And because Luther was like that. Luther wanted to desperately win a Grammy for pop. Even when he was winning for R&B. It drove him crazy. It was even in the documentary. I talked to some folks before that, so I was very well aware of that. And it just ate at him. And the year it happened, it's when he had the stroke.
Wow.
He couldn't even enjoy it. The year he got Pop Album of the Year, Pop Song of the Year.
Wow.
But Dance with My Father.
And he couldn't even enjoy it.
Couldn't enjoy it. And there were folks who were telling him, Luther, you got all of this because of black people. Why are you so just focused on that?
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about that. I do all the time, really. I'm like, if I could just cross over here just to...
Why?
And it's...
Is it the money? Is it bigger sales, more money, bigger venues? Or is it I want more people exposed to who I am?
I just want more exposure. Yeah, obviously the money comes with it, you know. Bigger the venue, bigger the payday, right? But I'm just like, man, I really feel like more people should hear the music. I really, cause I've been saying, I make so many genres, I want them all to hear it. You know, but, you know, if I'm doing EDM, the R&B people aren't gonna, so I want to cross over so I can be like, and it could be some of the awards too. I just got my first Grammy and I'm happy about that. But I'm not as happy as I thought I was gonna be. I went for it and for it and for it. I'm like, yeah, I just need a Grammy and I got it. And I was just like, for some reason I thought the sky was gonna change colors and everything was gonna, you know, I won a Grammy, which I'm happy and proud of.
I remember the year Raphael Sadiq
yeah.
was nominated for a Grammy and no longer had a record deal.
Wow.
When he did, hold on. I told you I listen to music.
Yes, you do.
When he did, and I'll never forget, it was, let's see here, artist.
Didn't he win for Cranes in the Sky? With Solange?
When he did the album, The Way I See It, which is phenomenal. Love That Girl. The song Just One Kiss was just Joss Stone. The song was Stevie Wonder. He's got Stevie Wonder, Jay-Z, Joss Stone, Rebirth Brass Band, all on that album. It's an amazing album. That was 2008. When he got nominated for the Grammy, he didn't have a record deal. Because and what's interesting is, and when the Rebirth of Marvin came out, I immediately thought of this album because this album has an old school feel to it. You listen to this album, it has an old school sound to it. Just like Eric Benet put out an album, and he has a song on there with Eddie Levert. Eric Benet put an album out in 2010 called Lost in Time.
Okay.
It you can hear Philly sound, you can hear Motown sound, but again, it's so crazy. And in fact, one of those cats, who was it? So first, when Beyonce had success with Cowboy Carter, I told Kirk, they need to reissue In This Life. And I think I told one of them when Rebirth of Marvin dropped, I said, matter of fact, I tweeted it. I said, this would be a perfect time for Raphael to re-release that album because the audience now was ready to hear it. When you dropped Rebirth of Marvin, I said the R&B audience, they weren't ready to fully embrace that sound in 2008.
Exactly.
I said, but I felt they were when you dropped yours.
Yep, it was right on time, I guess. We dropped it in February, and I was still like, oh, nobody's gonna wanna hear this. I'm trying to, I'm going back and forth with Snoop. Then he touted Rebirth of Marvin. I was like, dude, they're gonna kill me. The fans are gonna be like, oh, you trying to be, and it's exactly what happened. Now, I remember we dropped it in February, so all of February, all of March, I'm just looking at the comments and reading this stuff, and I'm like, they're like, oh, he's trying to be like Marvin, and he's like, oh, no, he can never be like Marvin. I'm just like, I was not trying to do that at all. I didn't even want to title it this, because I knew this was gonna happen. So me and Snoop were going back and forth with that, and then by April, I got a call from my radio guy, my friend Troy Marshall, and he was like, you ready? And I'm like, ready for what? I was like, it's Rebirth of Marvin. Back to Your Place, gonna blow up. I'm like, Ain't no way.
Was he playing it and it was getting the response?
It was, yeah, he was seeing the response.
Right.
I wasn't. I was at home, like this is gonna be bad. Like, it's not gonna blow up. May, June, I was like, uh-oh. Troy was calling me now, like, yo, your numbers are skyrocketing. I'm like, really? And then he showed me the media base and all that. I'm like, wait, what does this mean? What does this mean? What is this? You know, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, people actually like it? It's like, everybody was on, it's either rappers, like the new age, it's the Bryson Tiller, the Tory Lanez, and that's what I was trying to make. And Snoop was like, no, because I was going to shelve that album. I did the album in a week, and I was like, nobody wants to hear this.
Wow.
Nobody wants to hear this shit, so I'm just going to put it aside. And I was like, all right, I'm going to start working on the real album. And Snoop's like, real album? Well, you just finished it. That's it. I was like, oh, no. Put it out. People got a hold of it. By summertime, it was getting big. And then by the end of the year, it was big. And then it was on radio for, 14 weeks, 13 weeks, something like that. Longest running R&B record of the year. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then we dropped Mulholland Drive. And then that was blowing up almost just as big as that one. I was like, wait, people like this now. I didn't think people were gonna enjoy it. And then dropped October Nights album, and people love that.
So I'm gonna bring this back to what we were just talking about with the Grammys and with crossover and Luther. And it's something that Tyler Perry always talked about, and he and I talked about this as well. And Tom Joyner used to always say this in radio: when you super serve your audience, your audience will always be there for you. And even though Luther wanted to cross over, that's not why he's beloved. He is revered because of his black base. You can say whatever you want to about Tyler Perry's movies or whatever. His audience gonna rock with him, and it's gonna that he drop an Amazon Prime movie, it's gonna be #1. A Netflix movie, it's gonna be number one. And I think what that says is, if the audience here says we got you, that's who you rock with. And if the other folk don't get it, that's on them. But I think that if someone takes this audience for granted, trying to chase this audience, you end up with no audience.
Yeah, can't chase an audience. You gotta let them kind of get a hold of you, and that's I'm trying my best to, not look at it that way. I think it's just me just wanting the other. It sounds crazy for saying it. The other artists in me to get there. I just feel like I just want that. I want that radio presence now, and I want for this artist. It's almost like a friend, having that. Even Tripper Stillwaters, like he has his own market, and I'm pushing for him. Like, let's go get this, because I know he's got a different market over here. So here's how I see. Trevor Jackson and I had this conversation. Same thing, because Trevor is very much like you, and like he wants to put out. He's like, man, I got this, and then acting, whatever. And I remember what I said to him was, I said, you got to do you. But the other thing, though, what jumps out is, the reality is, if you keep killing it with October London, you're actually in a better position to introduce them to absolutely.
And so at the end of the day, I guess the example I say this to when a young person comes up to me, go, I want to do all of it. I said, you can't do all of it. You go, what do you mean? You do all of it. I said, I do all of it today. But I had to pick a door to walk through.
You got to.
And then when I walked through that door, there were 2 doors behind there. Then if I picked one of those, then there were 3 doors. I said, then I was in a position where I can do television, radio, newspaper, digital. Yeah. I can be in front of the camera, behind the camera. I said, but at the outset, I could not do all of that.
No. You had to walk through the door.
Had to be patient.
Yeah, you had to walk through the door first. And then, boom. So yeah, and that's where I'm at now. The audience, even that come to see October London every night, they're like, no, we rock with Sam Nash too.
Right.
We'll rock with you. You don't have to take it somewhere else.
Right. So you maybe just slip something in.
There you go.
But understand, look, I'm gonna give you this here, but I could throw some other stuff out.
Yeah, exactly. So now it's just pinpointing that, how to move those chess pieces. But like you said, walked in one door, two, 4, and they just open up.
What's up, y'all? Look, Fanbase is more than a platform. It's a movement to empower creators, offering a unique opportunity for everyday people to invest in Black-owned tech, infrastructure, and help shape the future of social media. Investing in technology is essential for creating long-term wealth and influence in the digital age. The Black community must not only consume tech, we must own it.
Discover how equity crowdfunding can serve as a powerful tool for funding Black businesses, allowing entrepreneurs to raise capital directly through their community through the Jobs Act.
What did you learn from the Maxwell tour? Because you on tour Maxwell.
Yeah, that was insane.
And it was also Selena. It was also
Jasmine Sullivan.
Sorry, Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah.
Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah.
I was crazy. So I'm in DC. I'm in the concert, and I couldn't tell if I was at a Maxwell concert or a Jasmine Sullivan concert. Yo, they were rocking with her so hard. I'm talking about reciting every lyric.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I've heard Jasmine Sullivan. I haven't really listened to Jasmine Sullivan. And the crazy thing, I'm backstage coming to see you before you go out. And there's some dancers in the hallway, and 3 people on this side. She was there. I was like, hey, how y'all doing? I just kept walking, and the folks sort of looked like that's all he gave us. I knew that was her. I never met her before. And so it's not like I automatically would recognize. And again, I was just trying to hurry up and get to see you before you went out on stage.
Right.
But that was crazy, just how you're sitting there, 3 different artists, and how the audience was rocking with all 3 of y'all in different ways.
It was insane. That was one of the best concerts really that I've just seen. I had to go out in the audience and watch it.
Because sometimes the first or the second act, they're like, all right, can y'all hurry up?
Yeah.
So we can get to the main act. That was not the case with that tour.
Everybody loved every artist. That we got so much love. But what I learned on that tour is that sitting there watching Maxwell and being like, so if you be faithful to your audience and you take care of them, they'll always come see you, just like you just said.
Because he didn't do the album for 8 years.
No.
It was 8 years.
That's insane. And he's come back and have still people,
Right.
And like thousands and thousands of people.
Look at Sade.
Oh.
Sade could disappear for 15 years.
Come back, sell out.
Wrong.
Done.
And do no marketing.
Nope. Zero. All you gotta do is just say, hey, Sade's gonna be, all right, I'm there. Period. Oh, I wanna do a record with Sade. It's one of my,
When I interviewed Frankie Beverly, that he said the artist that he wanted to do something with and tour with was Sade.
Man, it was some kind of, I don't know what it was, a rumor or something that Max was gonna go out with Sade or something.
Oh, I remember that.
And I was like, and then Max was calling me, and I was like, man, if you tell me that I'm gonna go on tour with me, Maxwell, and Sade, I would lose it. I'd be calling you, Roland, it's happening now. I'd lose it. God, I hope that comes into fruition.
So for you, what is it about Sade that caused that reaction from people?
It's a breath of fresh air. It's a clean slate. When I listen to her music, I could just, anything that's going on, I could be having a bad day, listen to Sade, it's gone. I don't know what it is. That's what it is. It's a clean plate. It's starting over. It's just something about her music that is just like, you know what, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. I had a tough day today. Let me just listen to that, pour some of my bourbon, light me up a cigar. Everything is done. Everything's done. That's how I feel when I listen to Sade's music.
I also think it's because she disappears. She
doesn't oversaturate.
Serious.
Yeah.
She's not. I don't think she's unsocial. She's not posting stuff.
No, she's just chill.
She just disappears, and when she reappears, it's like she never left.
Yep. Yeah. She doesn't sit you down and say, okay, I cooked this meal. Now tomorrow we're going to go check out this other restaurant. And then maybe in the afternoon we can check out, no, here's your meal. I'm going to go ahead and leave you to it. I'll see you in a bit. When it's done and you've realized this food was amazing, and I'll come back and be like, you want some more? You want some dessert? That's how it is.
And then she feeds you, and then you don't hear from her for 8 years.
8 years.
And you like, man, that was a great meal. Is sister gonna call me back?
Yeah, right. I want another meal.
Ghost.
Yeah, you want to eat the same meal, and it's just like, now you're fiending for it. You're fiending for it. I was with Donnie Simpson a couple days ago, and he has this segment where we play a song, and something that inspires him, something that inspires me, and I played Sade, Cherish the Day. And, he was just like, okay, I get it. I think he played Lisa Stansfield, and I love Lisa Stansfield. So Sade just does something for a lot of people. It's just I think it's just a vibe.
It is a total vibe.
Vibe. That's it. She can come out whenever she wants.
Right.
Because how old is she? What is she? How old is she? She's not.
Look it
I don't
up.
want to say the wrong thing.
If we had to take a guess, I'm gonna say 62.
I was thinking that too. I was gonna say.
You got?
I'm gonna say 60. 60.
You said 60?
60.
She's 66. January 16th, 1959.
She is 66.
Helen Folashade Adu.
Unbelievable.
That's-
and still looks great at 66.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I think she did something, it was on the BET Awards. It was something, it was a skit. And I was like.
With Wanda Sykes, long time ago?
No, it was.
Recent?
It was recent. I swear I saw it on one of those, and I was like, damn, Sade. Like,
Still look good.
I was like,
She eating her vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Eating her vegetables.
drinking her water.
Drinking her water. That's it.
Earlier you said you mix, master, do all of that. Where'd you learn that?
Myself. I was tired of waiting on people. I'm like
Self-taught?
yes. I just was like, okay, I just have to sit here and try to figure it out.
What age?
16. I started on Fruity Loops, FL Studios. Started working on that, started producing, learned how to produce. Then as I was learning how to produce, then I was like, well, these hi-hats are too hard, the bass is too hard. Let me try to figure that out. And I was like, oh, okay, sounds better. Now the track gets better. Okay, and then I started singing, putting vocals on track. And I was like, oh, well, these parts are too hot, these parts are too low. And next thing you know, I was learning how to just even the sound out. And the next thing you know, I was just mixing it. And then my mixing was, I listened to a mix that I did 10 years ago, and I'm like, ugh, that wasn't mixed good, but it worked at that time.
Yeah, but it was 10 years ago.
That was 10 years ago. Now it's like,
right.
I'll mix something, take it to the big boys, and they're like, what do you need? I'm like, I just want an extra mix. It's like, dude, it sounds amazing. Who mixed it? And they're naming mixers. And I'm like, me. It's like, what? Who's gonna master it? I'm like, me. I'm like, I don't wait on anybody. Snoop loves that about me. I'm like, he's like, okay, we need this done, this done, this done. Cool, all right, I'll be back, give me an hour. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pour me a drink, make a song, boop, done. He's like, all right, we're gonna get it mixed. I'm like, oh, don't worry about that, I'll do it. Oh, you know how to mix. Just chill, I got you.
Like, I ain't mixing drinks, I'm gonna mix the songs.
I'm mix the songs. So he's like, all right. And then I'll send it to the other room, studio, the mothership, bam. He's like, sounds good. And I'll be like, let me tweak that because the bass is too high in here. Let me go back in. I'll go back in the room, tweak it, send it right back, done. Song's done, ready to put out. It's like, we can put this out now? Yep.
When do you know not to tinker with it too much? Because you said people start changing stuff.
Yeah.
When do you know, no, That's it. And I'm thinking that's how Berry Gordy was. And then there was some song that Smokey put out. They put it out. They put it out, and it was out 3 weeks. And he called me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Was like, "I'm changing the whole song." And he made Smokey come out of the studio because he just it didn't feel right. But when do you know? No, that's it. And when do you tell yourself, "Don't touch it again"?
When I get in the car and listen to it, car never lies. Car never lies. No matter what kind of car you're in, car never lies.
So you don't want, your deal is forget hearing it in the studio, all these wonderful professional speakers. I need to hear it the way the audience is going to hear it.
Bingo. That's it. I listen to it in the studio. You got these big, gigantic $100,000 speakers. Everybody rocking with a $100,000 speaker in no car. So it's like, all right, let me listen to it in here. If I can dial it in here, get it to where I need it to go to the car, and I'll play it, and then I'll go out to the car, parking lot of Snoop's. I'll listen to it, and it comes on, and it's too bright. Then that bass in there was drowning out that brightness. So now I got to go back and be like, oh, okay, tweak it, go back out. Everything sounds
And
even.
are you literally taking
Good.
notes, or are you just
I'm
taking notes?
I'm just mentally taking notes, and I'm like, okay, cool. Volume for the mixing is always going to be, mastering ain't nothing but volume control. It's just making sure it's loud enough for, for sound, for radio.
Right.
Go back in, tweak it a little bit more, go back out to the car, it's done. And I just say, all right, that's it. I go to the next one, go to the next song. Now all of them have to be fluid.
Got it.
Now all of that, now listen to the whole album front to back in the car.
Wow.
And then I'll be like, oh, that's great. Now some songs might be louder than others. That's just one tweak, get it to that
So
level.
explain that. I've listened to some songs where I'll be listening, and all of a sudden, the volume goes up on the song. Then in the same song, the volume drops, and I'm in the car thinking I got my parking thing or my brake thing on. You know how your car automatically brings, and it's like some songs that happen. It actually drives me crazy.
Yep. Just poor mastering. That's it. Somebody didn't listen to it all the way through, and just
I always wondered that.
Yeah, they just
because
didn't.
I'm in the car like, why in the hell did my song, did the music go down?
Yep.
Then all of a sudden later it just comes up, goes back down. It drives me crazy.
Yep, it's all master. Oh, well, yeah, no, I get it. It's just the master wasn't correct. It's something when it masters, I'll master like in bulk of the album, and it'll go through and alter the level and say this song's higher, so let's bring this down and this up, and then it'll kind of level it all out, and then you get a smooth sound, smooth.
People, we were chatting once, and you made it clear. No. So I asked you, when I said, hey, are you New York or are you LA? Did an interview, like, no. Let's go South Bend.
South Bend, Indiana.
A lot of folk will say, yo, man, I got to leave. I got to go where the action is. Why? Why did you say, no, I'm good. I can still do this here?
I'd go crazy. I can't do it. I'm just an Indiana boy. I cannot do it. I just feel like I would change in a way that I would not like myself. So I make sure that I'm good. And also the other reason is my son is there. He goes to a great school, and I don't want to take him out of that school. And it's just good living where I'm at. I mean, the cost of living in Indiana is so low, And I just like my city. But I feel like if I were to leave, go to New York, go to LA or whatever, nah, I don't want to be on the red carpet.
So many distractions,
Too many distractions.
Do you think it would change your sound?
No, it wouldn't change my sound. Not at all. Not at all, because I can drown out all that.
Would it change your focus?
And maybe it would change my focus, but maybe in a good way, because I think I would get really addicted to work. Really addicted to where I'm like, oh, this. Oh, I might as well do this. Let me do this and this. And I want to do that? Yeah, but I want to do it the right way. But I feel like in LA, I'd be trying to keep up with this guy, and I'd turn into a monster that I don't want to turn into.
But you also said the whole red carpet thing, and that's always, we want you here and here and here and here and here. And a lot of people, they crave that. They want to be, they let the tabloids know when they're coming or showing up.
Yeah. And I've been out there a little bit longer than what I need to be. I get that a little bit. I'd be like, maybe I should do this and have the cameras fast. And I'm like, all right, get out of that. Go home. And I'll go home. and I'll go sit in the bar at my parents' house. Me and my dad sit there, have us some tequila and some wine, and we just chill and talk. And then I'm back level. So I always just, as soon as tour's done, I can't wait to get back home. Can't wait. Even in the middle of the tour, like we stop in Chicago, we're off for like 3 days. I'm going home. I'm going to lay in my own bed.
Right.
I want to touch my coffee maker. I want to drive my cars that I paid for. Like I'm a car fanatic, so got a garage of those. So I want to drive those.
How many cars?
I have 2 now, 2 on the way. 2 on the way, but I usually have 4 or 5.
Was it Rolls or Bentley? Well, I saw you.
I had the Rolls, which I used in the video.
Got it.
Got rid of that, trade that in for a new Rolls-Royce Cullinan, that'll be in June. Ferrari SF90 will be here in June. I got a Lambo in the garage, I got a G-Wagon.
See, here's the thing. I'm not a car person.
Yeah?
Bruh, I don't even, let me tell you how bad it is. Henry gets mad at me. I just got rid of my Navigator. Had it for 16 and a half years. I think I went a year, I ain't even washed it. I don't care.
First off, you had a Navigator for 16?
16 and a half, I bought that bad. I was living in Chicago. I went home for Thanksgiving. My parents had a car that was like 100 and some odd thousand miles. So I said, listen, y'all give y'all car to my sister who needed a car. I'm gonna give y'all a Toyota Corolla. I'm gonna give y'all my Corolla. It's paid for. It had like 40,000 miles, y'all good. I did not want a car with Chicago license plates. I did not want to give them my Texas driver's license. So I went to Dallas, I have a house there, my parents now live there, bought my Navigator and had it shipped to Chicago.
Okay.
And it's so fun, a cop pulled me over about 2 months ago. And he said, it took me a while to get all this because car hadn't been registered since 2012. Because I had to give him my driver's license, and I had to put some other, I didn't want Illinois plates, I didn't want Virginia plates, because I am from Houston.
Got you.
So 16 and a half years. I walk in, dude's like, so are we leasing? Nope. He said, we financing? Nope. He said, what are we doing? I said, we're gonna negotiate this number, I'll be back in 15 minutes. Went to the bank, got a cashier's check, there you go, pay for it. I ain't wanna, and so I'm not, the only car I've ever desired is the Dodge Viper. That's the only car.
Really?
The only car. I do not care. And when I say I do not care,
you're just like,
I literally
do not
care. I don't care if I drive anybody with me. I don't care if it ain't washed. I don't give a damn what you think.
So I'm just trying to get point A to point B.
Yo, it's getting me from here. I do not care.
We gotta get you in a Bentley, man. A Bentley GT, oh man, that'd be you all day. Oh my God.
It don't even.
You're like, yeah, whatever.
It don't even.
That's crazy.
When I got my Sprinter for the business, we travel. I had like a month, I went, wow, this is the first Mercedes I've ever owned.
Okay.
And if it was exactly what I then said, I said, and it was 100% tax deductible.
Oh, absolutely. All my cars are under the business. Every car's under the business. No, oh yeah, you gotta do it right.
But I was like, but I've never, other people, now if I see it, Porsche's nice, that's not,
I can see that.
But it does nothing to me.
Wow, and for me, I might love cars more than I do music. I've always had that in me though.
But if I see a new camera,
oh, you're tech.
Now I'm like, okay, what can I do with this? So for instance, like I'm sitting, and I'm always about multi-use. So your guys right now shooting with a DJ Osmo, and people are trying to get into the Osmo, and I hate the Osmo. What I hate the Osmo, because that's all it is. I can't do anything else with it. Now, what I would tell your guy, to get the DJI Action 5 and get the selfie stick, and now all of a sudden, I can now do a whole bunch of different stuff with that camera. I can sit that DJI Osmo down, I can take it off, I can attach, I can take it apart, I can extend it, I can now have a selfie stick, I can put it on a selfie stick on my golf cart as it walks with me and record my swing while I'm walking. I can't do that with the Osmo.
You hear that, Chris?
That's just sort of how I
You hear that, Chris?
That just sort of, so again, like literally, I was like, yeah, that's why I don't get the Osmo. I just, so
you like tech?
Yeah, that's But cars, I remember when I saw your Instagram post, I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. It just never done anything for me.
Yeah, cars have always just been, since as a child, I just always, for Christmas, what do you want, Jared? I want a model car. I'd go to the store, go to CVS or Walgreens, whatever, and I'd get the little limos. I'd get, it was cars nothing. I didn't want action figures. I didn't want video game console. All I wanted was cars.
Wow.
That's it. And my Uncle Al would send me Mercedes. That's when I fell in love with the Gold Wing doors. I love that. And it was like
always like that.
Oh, that beautiful car. That car is worth $2 million now. It's crazy. I wish if I'd have bought one then, or, as a teenager, 18 years old and bought it, well, I didn't have money like that, but I would have made $1 million off of that car. It's crazy. So I've just always been a car person. So that is if I can get in a car, listen to Sade, man, go get me a steak. I noticed a steak place by her too.
Oh, of course, of course.
Need me a steak.
When did you start this?
This is brand new. I teamed up with Mr. and Mrs. Bourbon. And we got a great product out of this. Like, they were working on all their whiskeys in Kentucky, and went and picked out a blend, and we waited it out and got just a beautiful product, man. And people are buying it like crazy right now. Especially we just knocked out the first show, handing out flyers with the QR codes, and it's smooth. It's smooth.
Now, do you also have your own cigar?
I'm with Placencia. I don't have my own cigar. It's coming though, and we're working on it right now. So I'm with Placencia Cigars, and it's going to be a great blend. It's going to be great. So because
when you did your show in DC, you sort of had it set up like it was a speakeasy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, you'll see this one. This one's going to be kind of similar.
Okay.
A little bit different, but it's going to be on point. But absolutely, that's what I'm into: the bourbon and the cigars. But just being with the right company, Placencia is the biggest, in the world. So being with that and then having the bourbon to team up with, love it. And my dad loves it, because now we get to, because he got me into cigars.
Okay.
So, yeah.
See, one, I'm allergic to smoke, so I would never smoke.
Yeah.
That's why I've ever interviewed Snoop. He can't smoke.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a real tough interview.
Yeah, real tough.
Because I'm literally, it will close my throat up.
Oof.
It's knocked me off the air multiple times for the whole week. Yeah, I don't even play. If we playing golf and somebody smoking a cigar, I'm walking. I'll walk 18. I won't even be in the cart.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it messes me up. Wow. And I've never drank in my life.
Wow.
Never had a drink. My dad offered me some non-alcoholic beer. I still said no. I just never had any desire for alcohol.
Well, that would have been bad anyway.
I just never. My brother says, he's like, dude, your ass so crazy. He said, I don't even want to think about the idea. Because when I love partying. I'm a dance. D-Nice knows.
Oh, yeah. You're a partier for sure.
People, are you on something? Nope.
No.
I never had an energy drink. Never done drugs, any kind of drugs. No. When I'm up, I'm up. And I might be, let's go to 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
You'll be here forever, man.
I'm like, let's get it.
You'll be here forever. You'll be here forever.
I'm like, let's get it. Let's party.
Hatred on the streets, a horrific scene, a white nationalist rally that descended into deadly violence.
White people are losing their damn minds.
As an angry pro-Trump mob storms the U.S. Capitol, we've seen shooting.
We're about to see the rise of what I call white minority resistance. We have seen white folks in this country who simply cannot tolerate black folks voting.
I think what we're seeing is the inevitable result of violent denial.
This is part of American history. Every time that people of color have made progress, whether real or symbolic, there has been what Carol Anderson at Emory University calls white rage as a backlash.
This is the rise of the Proud Boys and the Boogaloo Boys. America, there's going to be more of this.
Here's all the Proud Boys, guys.
This country is getting increasingly racist in its behaviors and its attitudes because of the fear of white people.
The fear that they're taking our jobs, they're taking our resources, they're taking our women. This is white fear. We talked about Sade. Who would you love to do a collab with?
Besides Sade, D'Angelo. I'd love to do a collab with D'Angelo. Man, that would be a dream. Brown Sugar.
I ain't got his number. Have you talked to him about it?
Never. I would love to. That would be absolutely amazing.
Is there a woman that you would want to do a duet with?
Besides Sade?
Right, besides Sade.
Right now, the first person that comes to mind is Alex Isley, Ernie Isley's daughter.
Really?
She's amazing. She's a fan of mine. I'm a fan of hers. Absolutely.
Wow.
We just haven't. We wanted I wanted her on this tour, but she was busy. She was already touring. Yeah, and that would have been great. But we'll collab at some point. But yeah, Alex Isley, her voice.
If there was that, and I don't want to use if the verses, but if there could be a scenario where, and it's not about competition, but you're on stage. I saw this video the other day where it was the Four Tops and the OJs. It was on Robert Townsend's old show, and they had this. They were back and forth. It was amazing video to watch. But if you could have a situation where you're on stage, you sing a song, and the person across the stage got to sing a song. And then you got to come back with a song, and they got to come back with a song.
Ooh.
Who would you love to do that with? That just would be so crazy for the fans.
Right now, that are alive, right? We're not going like dead or alive.
No, give me both. If
Okay.
someone who's not alive, who would you have loved just to? And again, the whole scenario is you're on stage, and it's similar to the Versus deal, but it's not a competition. But it's really just who would really bring out the best in you, and you'd be like, okay, yeah, I got to top that. Okay,
It'd be Prince. Because Prince, I felt like he could bounce around.
See, I know, because earlier when you were talking, when I was talking about multiple genres, when I was going through on my phone, that's exactly what I thought about.
Prince. I just got put onto a song by Prince I never even knew, called Revelations. I was like, what? I think it's yeah, pretty sure it's Revelation, not Resolutions, Revelations. And as far as alive, I would, right now, first person I think of though is, but then you said to bring out the best of me. So,
but it doesn't matter,
But yeah, first, that's not with us, it's Prince.
Right.
I think it'd probably be D'Angelo. I think me and him I think we'd start doing back and forth, but then we'd start making a song. Going back and forth, it'd be crazy. And then we'd make a song for the fans, right there.
You know who I'm thinking, who would be crazy, who would do that too? Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, the man ain't put out music in so long, I keep forgetting. Jamie Foxx. Actually, I'm gonna take away the D'Angelo. I'm gonna take away D'Angelo. Jamie Foxx would bring the best, absolutely, because he's comedic, and that's perfect. That's perfect.
Because see, I've listened to a lot of his stuff that people don't talk about, and he's got some great. Everybody talk about the song with Kanye. No. Some stuff. He's just in terms of listening to your music, listening to his style, would really mesh with the audience.
Yeah, I heard through the grapevine he's thinking about putting out an album, so I'm definitely trying to be a part of that.
Would you try to make me call him?
No, not at all.
Check.
No, not at all.
You actually doing this?
Yeah, you doing this or not? Me and him have run into each other. I saw him recently, and I was like, hey, man, because I didn't think he'd remember me. I was like, hey, man, I'm October. And he's like, I know who you are. Like, telling me who you are. You telling me this? I'm like, my bad, man. I just,
I do this stuff. People always like, why you introduce yourself? I said, no. I said, I don't assume anybody knows me.
Yeah.
I'm Roland Martin. He's like, why you giving your full name? I'm like, well, that's my name.
That's my name.
I said I was trained to introduce yourself to people. And so I'm like.
So many people that I've ran into, that I'm just like, they're coming up to me like, man, I'm a fan of you. I'm like, but you're you.
Right.
Like even Charlie. Like I'm just like, they're like, oh, Charlie wants to see you in his trailer. For real?
That I don't think people understand what that feels like.
It's crazy.
When I remember we were at Essence, and I go backstage, and I meet In Vogue. I had met them years earlier when they came to the radio station in Dallas, but this was totally different. And they were like in Japan for months. All they saw was on CNN. They were like, oh my God. And so then, that's why I get me Gabrielle Union. And Mary Holly Rousey Pete was like, Gabby, you gonna let somebody else talk to Roland? Because she was like all into politics or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's always crazy where you like, no, I'm a fan of you.
Yeah.
No, how you a fan? No.
For real.
Because Hank Aaron, met him at the White House, sitting next to Harry Belafonte. Walked over, I said, I've always been wanting to meet you. And so he stands, both of them with their canes. So he stands, I said, no. He said, no. I've been waiting to meet you.
That's crazy.
And he stands up and he begins to talk to me about how much he appreciated my work. And like 2 years later, he hand-selected the winners of the Henry Aaron Courage Awards. And I was one of the people who he picked.
I know, you're like, this is crazy.
Dude, now I'm like the same way I'm going like,
for real?
No, you, and that's why I was like, no, you stay sitting, no. He said, no. I'm standing up, because I've been waiting to meet you. Blew me away, bro.
That would have blew me away too. I'm like, this is crazy.
Blew me away, and I already met Mr. B, and he was the same way. They were sitting right next to each other. It was crazy.
That's nuts. It's nuts.
And you never get used to that.
Right.
But this is what I tell folk though, and this is really, and it goes back to how we started the conversation. It's the work. At the end of the day,
it's the work.
If you don't do the work, if you don't produce the songs, if you don't make them have that all shit feeling,
exactly,
they're not gonna say that.
Exactly. It'll just be passerby or just, hey, all right, cool. But
it's some artists I see, yeah, all right, but they don't move me. But when somebody, no, I rock with you.
Yeah.
It's a whole different feeling.
Yeah. I was in the back of my dressing room. I don't know where I was, Atlanta somewhere, and Kim came to see me. I was just like, he was like, hey, Kim wants to see you. I'm like, what? Yeah, tell him come on back. He came back. We're joking, talking, and then before he left, he turned around. He's like, I'm really getting tired of hearing you on the radio all the time. I was like, well, good.
No, your response should have been, because you've been taking too long to put your album out.
Like, where we gonna get it? I need some more, hey, girl. I need some, you know what I'm saying? Come on, like, me and him should go on tour. That'd be crazy.
True that.
I need to hit him up and tell him, like, man, why don't we just go on tour?
I'm gonna send him a text too.
Me, him, and who else? Me.
Special guest Jamie Foxx.
Oof. That'd be crazy. I mean, you speak it.
What we're gonna call that too? We're gonna call that. We're gonna call that. The Absolute Cool Tour.
That's not bad.
The Absolute Cool Tour.
That's not bad, man. That's how me and you both will flag Kim and be like, hey.
That's the Absolutely Cool Tour.
That is absolutely cool.
And then the three of y'all standing in front of blocks of ice.
Okay.
That just took something.
Come on. I mean, by the looks of your set, I mean, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like Roland did the whole stage setup. He wanted ice, we got him ice. You know what I'm saying? We got it for him. We got it. Just have the bourbon next to the ice, we're all good.
There you go.
There it is.
We have cranberry juice.
There you go.
Well, man, I appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for coming through and chopping it up.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you, man.
All right.
Always.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.